Today we are talking about why we don't have to take actions when we are manifesting consciously. It doesn't mean that you're going to stay at home waiting for everything to change and just fall on your lap, okay? It doesn't mean that. It just means that you are releasing control over the 3D and what you do in the 3D. Not thinking like, if I do this, it could get me there. Okay, it's not about this, because you are going to be driven to take the actions that are necessary for you to get there. And typically, you don't even know that. And that's what we are talking about today. But before I get into it, hello everyone. If you're new here, my name is Al. Welcome to my channel. And if you're in need of coaching, go to my description box. All information is there. But right now, let's get into today's topic. So when I say no actions are required in manifestation, I mean calculated actions, okay? Because everything that you have to do to get you where you want to be is going to be done through inspired actions. And it's not something that you are thinking about. If I do this, I could get that. If I do this, I could see them. If I do this, I could whatever. No. Inspired actions are actions that you typically don't even know, don't even imagine that it could take you where you want to be. So for example, a friend calls you and say, hey, let's go to this place that is new, okay, that just opened. Do you want to come with me? And you feel like, yeah, why not? Let me go there. And then there you meet someone who has connections in the place that you want to work, that you actually desire to work. And then through that connection, you get the job. Or you go there and you see your love interest. And then you start talking and you see that your manifestation is actually unfolding. But when you were at home, you had no idea that you would meet those people. Okay, you had no idea that they would be there. So when this happens, you know, that action was necessary for me to have that conversation, to meet that person who has contacts, or to see my love interest and get in contact with him or her and start building the relationship that I want to have with them. Basically, that bigger part of you, whatever you believe it to be, whether God, the universe, consciousness, your higher self, it's going to drive you into taking the actions that you have to take to get where you want to be, okay? And this happened to me as well, and I have a story for you guys. So when I was a kid, I wasn't really a good sleeper. Things changed for me when I was a teenager, and then as a young adult, things turned again. So I started having some issues to sleep, and I decided to take melatonin to help to fall asleep, because I was awful at falling asleep. But when I learned about manifestation, I was like, this is something that I can tackle, although it was a bit triggering at the beginning, but I worked through it, and I was like, okay, let me deal with it. So in that scene that I imagined that implied the fulfillment of the desire, I was telling someone how I am such a good sleeper. I can sleep everywhere, in any situation. I always fall asleep easily and stuff like that. Okay, that was my scene. Easy, short, concise, clear conversation. And then I repeated that scene a few days and went on with my life. During this time, I was still taking melatonin because, and this is something that you should do whenever you are taking medicine. You should continue taking your medicine, because something's going to happen that is going to make you realize you don't need it. That's what happened to me. So 3 weeks later, I had planned with my friends a day trip to a cabin in the mountain. And I drove there, met my friends, was 2 of them. And we had such a nice time. We barbecued, we played music, we listened to music. It was really lovely. But suddenly the weather changed and we were like, oh, should we drive home or stay here? And we decided to spend the night over there, you know, have a more fun together and just enjoy the time together. We played some board games, we played the guitar, we sung, you know, drank a little bit. But then what happened was I fell asleep on the couch. And I woke up the next day, early in the morning, right? Everything was getting brighter, the light was coming in from the day, and it was nice. We had breakfast, then we went for a walk outside for a hike. When we got back, we ate a few things that was left from the barbecue, and then we drove home. In the evening, I was getting ready to go to bed, and then I realized, oh, yesterday I did not take my melatonin. And I had such a great night, such a great night's sleep. I don't need melatonin anymore. And that was that realization. It drove me to that understanding. I don't need it. I did not have to force myself. I did not have to struggle. I did not have to put myself in a situation where that would definitely have triggered me, because if you are spending your night and you can't sleep, at some point you are going to get triggered because you're not getting enough sleep, you are not feeling well, you're feeling tired, and so on. No, it happened naturally, and that's how it is. With manifestation, things happen naturally, and you're not even thinking about it, because I had no idea. If I knew we would spend the night over there, I would have brought my melatonin. 100%, I would not have forgotten it. So just like with me, the universe forced me through a situation that happened to recognize that I did not need melatonin anymore. That's the same thing that is going to be with you. If you are taking meds, you can still affirm, I'm the healthiest I have ever been. You can have that conversation in your imagination saying, I'm the healthiest I have ever been. I feel amazing. You know, anything that implies the fulfillment of your desire. Or you can still affirm or have a scene like this saying, I have so much money. There is no way I could spend it all. Okay. I have money for enough generations, or I am a millionaire, even though you may have a shitty job, or you don't have a job at all, or you are struggling with your bills. You can still do that in imagination, and the universe is going to push you towards achieving your goal. You shouldn't be there wondering, how is this going to happen? Because then you are focusing on the middle. You have to go to the end. When you stop fighting whatever's happening in your life right now, or you stop forcing things to happen and you relax and you understand, I have imagined, I was present in that imagination, I feel like that is, or in imagination I felt like that was who I was, the version of me going through that situation, then your job is done. Now you have to allow that bigger part of you to drive you where you want to be, okay? And you are going to get that. And the least resistance you offer to the 3D and everything that is happening in it, the easier, the smoother it's going to be the ride. You guys got this, okay? That's it from me. Thank you so much for being here. If you like this video, give me a like, subscribe to my channel. We're going to talk soon. Bye guys.